much MMA going on, but a lot of BJJ, a lot of rolling, a lot of a lot of training,
Absolutely.
a lot of things going on with your personal life. Let's talk a little bit about it and what's been going on, man.
Hell yeah. So I've been really freaking busy lately, man. With Defensive Edge, I'm doing like some fitness, boxing and kickboxing classes at SLS Fitness in Lowell, and I'm starting actually my own little studio space too, right near my house, where I'll be able to do some private lessons and small group training and stuff. So I've been hella busy just with the business side of things right now, just working on getting my money and stuff, and in the meantime, I've just been training like really a lot of jujitsu, man. Like I'm trying to I minimize my striking, and I'm just trying to use like most of my training sessions to like double or triple down into jits, and I honestly think I'm probably not to sound like a douchebag, but I think I'm probably having some of the best jiu-jitsu right now, as far as I've seen. I haven't really had too much competition anywhere really, and I'm excited to just keep on going and keep the win streak going, and hopefully capture ADCCs in November this year.
Awesome, dude. So I know you've been passionate about jiu-jitsu. I mean, when I first interviewed, like 4 or 5 years ago, you had a lot of that doing that. I think I was at Team Flow. What brought on the desire to get these hit these tournaments and make a statement in the jiu-jitsu world?
Well, two things. Like a lot of my friends were doing it too. So like these people like Bobby the Barber, you had him up on there, Bob McCarron, like Christo, like all these people who I grew up in, and I was teaching these guys like a few years ago, and I seeing how well they do and shit, and they're all good friends of mine, so we're doing shit while there's nothing else going on. I figured I'll stay busy, and for jiu-jitsu, honestly, it's absolutely no pressure for me. Like I don't feel a single ounce of nerves really at all. Like it just like I can just hit flow state just about every time I'm in there, and I haven't lost a jiu-jitsu match since I was a blue belt. So it's probably been about 5 years since I lost a jiu-jitsu match, and I'm pretty proud of that actually. I've been trying to push myself and trying to get some top competition and try to test myself in training, at least trying to bring in anybody I can who has good jiu-jitsu or has good aspects of their game that I can work on my game with. I'm just trying to do a lot of extracurricular shit, so I'm studying, just networking with all these other people through jiu-jitsu, and I really am very, very confident in my jiu-jitsu. I think when I return to MMA, I think I'm going to have the best jiu-jitsu in my division.
Excellent. Well, as you are talking right now, I got a couple of highlights from your last maybe a couple of super fights you had. One was an Enigma, which we're playing with. You had with Sal, who is no stranger to the BJJ mats, man. How excited were you to get him on the mat?
So
yeah.
Man, that was fun, man. The match, it was fairly uneventful. I knew I was going to win. I think I don't know. I don't know what his strategy was, but I got a nice takedown at the start, and like I started feeling like, oh, maybe I could start to do something, and I just didn't really feel him doing much. It was kind of just playing defense this whole time and keeping me in positions, and I was okay with it. I knew I was gonna take it and win it in overtime, and I was confident in it there anyways. I figured I'd tire him out a lot, with what I had, and just take it in overtime, and it was fun, man. It was a good time. I knew I could beat him, so it wasn't really much of a test. I'm a weight class above him anyways, so he is a black belt. He is solid, but I just think I'm a different level. And that was fun. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I got another match coming up for Enigma too on March 13th. with Christos's spot up there as well. So that should be interesting as well. I think I'm going to do really well at that one as well.
Yeah,
I'm going to continue my undefeated streak since blue belt, and we'll just keep it going.
There you go. I have your poster flashing right now that they put up. As far as your matchup, who is the 10th Planet dude here? So, leg lock.
Oh, yeah.
So, where is he coming from? Is he from New York, or he's not from the New England?
I don't really even know. I forget the guy's name. I'm pretty sure it's either New Jersey or New York or something like that. I don't think I'm gonna have too much problems with him. I've been doing very well against every 10th Planet guy I've gone with. Like really, really well. I don't think that style is anything that I haven't seen. So I'm used to these types of 10th Planet guys. I'm used to the styles, and I'm a pressure passer, and the rubber guard. It's going to be really hard to get something like that to work for me. The leg locks, I have excellent leg lock defense. I don't think I'll ever get caught in one of those. Well, I can't say that, but I'm not too worried about them. I think my defense is good enough. I'm confident enough in my defense that I think I'll be able to. I think I'll be able to stay at least one step ahead of them the entire match.
Well, you roll with a lot of dudes that are like grabbing for them legs on you, man. So you have you have no lack of training to get them defenses, man. Because these kids are like prodigies and coming out with their own kind of stuff nowadays. You know what I mean? So let me see right here. So I want to get back to you said you haven't lost a match since you were blue belt, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
So I got a couple of pictures here. You did you recently get your black belt or more stripes on your black belt? Like, how's that work?
I just recently got my black belt. It was funny. I was kind of telling her, like, I was kind of. I started training. I started training the gi about 6 years ago, right? So not very long ago, to be honest. But I was training no gi for about 6 years prior to that as well. So by the time like I had my white belt, I already assumed that I was like, because I could tap out brown belts, I was like, oh, I'm basically a brown belt, and I wasn't. I was just being an ignorant fuck. I was being like a dumb kid. But that's what I thought in my mind. So I was like, all right, and I always thought at that time I was like, oh man, as a blue belt. I could tap out a decent amount of black belts, so I was like, oh, I might as well be a black belt. So in my mind, I always thought that I was at that level, and I never counted myself out because of the color of my belt. So I always thought I could be a gamer to a black belt as a blue belt, even as a white belt. I thought I could really have competitive matches and beat these guys. So it's not much of like really that mental thing. It's kind of I kind of think about it more like a college degree, I guess.
Yeah.
You can have a degree, and it doesn't make you like a success. It doesn't necessarily make you a success. You still have to do the work. So whoever's doing the work, that's really what counts. Doing the work, getting that work in, and the belt is more so that your relationship with your instructor and how you are as a person. And there's a lot of other things that go into it as well. And I wasn't ready for my black belt when I was a kid like that. And my mind wasn't ready for it. I don't think I deserved it at that time. And even though back then I did think I did.
Let me ask you a question, Connor. When you're all right, so you were talking about how you rolled for years with no gi before you jumped into the gi.
Yeah.
When you walk into a gym and you have all them years under your belt, and then you jump and you wrap that white belt around you with that gi and you start rolling, what are these people, what are they thinking in there? Like, how does it, what does it go like from 1 to 10 real quick? It has to with some of them guys.
Yeah, just about. I mean, well, basically I was like, Team Flow, like we were all like really hard nosed, like we were hard trainers, like we were inside a Doughboys Wrestling Club. So it was really, when I started training in the gi, we were all fucking like, we were killers, people were going, we were going hard. Like nobody would complain, at least as far as I know, nobody would complain for people going too hard, which you see a lot in hobbyist gyms. But we were a competitive gym, so we were all training to compete. And that's kind of one of the big differences is when I went in there as a white belt, but everybody respected me. They knew I had MMA fights. They knew I rolled and stuff, and they didn't treat me like it. it was kind of hard for the ego to put it on. I really didn't want to put a white belt on and be like, oh man, I'm a beginner, because I thought, like I said, I thought I was so good at the time. I was like, man, I might as well be a purple belt or something like that. And really, I sucked. I could beat purple belts, but I wasn't a purple belt. It's not the same.
Yeah,
and,
I understand.
Yeah, and I put the white belt on. It's a little bit humbling for the time being, and it was humbling all the way up. I did my 2 years we followed the IBJJF ranking system the whole way through. So I did my 2 years as a blue belt. I did my year and a half as a purple belt. I did my year and a half as a brown belt, and I earned it the old-fashioned way, right? Just through the time that I put in, and now I know I deserve it. So it is rewarding to finally have it.
Excellent. Do you teach? Teach gi work, or do you mostly like when you train or do privates? I mean, what's it, mostly stand up? But do people come to you for gi at all, or is it mostly no gi?
Yeah, it's mostly no gi. We're starting that little small training sessions, training in the gi. I'm going to be teaching the gi at that new place in North Andover I was talking about. We're going to release some information on that coming soon. It's not, we have our open map. Oh, sorry, excuse me. We have our opening day coming up on March 6th. We're going to really try to start putting some stuff out there and getting that exposure before we open up. But I'll still be at Defensive Edge. I'm just going to be opening up this new studio with an old friend of mine. He's a brown belt as well, a very good brown belt. One of my old training partners, and I'm really excited to do it. But we will be training a lot of the gi there. So mostly I would prefer no gi personally. I prefer no gi. I don't train in the gi very often at all. Although it helps from a business perspective. I think the gi is like kind of a professional uniform, and it helps to see like when new people are walking in and they don't see a bunch of sweaty guys and wife beaters sweating in each other's eyeballs.
You look like you're like as a businessman, you look like you're in a suit, but you're in a gi.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Like they know what it is off the bat. It's professional,
Exactly. And that's all that counts, man. And it's intimidating too. And right in the back, right off the bat, they know you're in charge. Oh my God, we have Connor in light. Oh my God, the light has shined. Connor. Oh
and the Lord said, "Let there be light," and there was light.
Oh, dude. So before we talk a little bit about the MMA aspect in 2021 and what we're hoping, dude, you also have a fight team, and that you help out, and you got a bunch of kids under you under Defensive Edge. That you guys got some shit going on as far as the MMA world and the next generation. Talk a little bit about that.
So we had our fighter Anthony Vasta. He competed in Florida a few weeks ago. We had an awesome fucking time out there. He won the fight. He won round 1. He won round 3, and he lost a split decision on the cards. To be honest, like the Florida commit, like the way they ran things down there was very. It was kind of like how they ran shit in Massachusetts in like 2010. It kind of reminded me of like those old school fights they had at like the Wonderland Ballroom, Club Lido, and Revere. It's kind of like the old school shit.
Yeah.
Like there was like a lot of stuff going on that wouldn't be happening in Massachusetts. You know?
well, that's all.
It was fucking 70 degrees out there.
Yeah.
Boston killed it. He did great. He got a great learning experience, and he's going to be fighting back there pretty soon. We have a couple other fighters too that are looking to be active as amateurs. So hopefully we'll try to get some other guys fighting down there in Florida.
Excellent. You talk about Anthony Vasta. He's actually on that same event at Enigma. He's got a combat jiu-jitsu match against Jeff Joy, correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Now, all right, so
that should be a fun one.
Yeah,
Vasta's he's got a really interesting style.
Now let me talk to the black belt, the gi black belt here. What's the event? What does the combat jiu-jitsu help you with? Like the palm strikes or the slapping. What will that help you achieve in a match? Of course, striking. But when do you actually use the palm strikes to help you to get advantage?
Okay, so the rules of it are you cannot strike on the feet. So you need to wrestle and you need to get them on the ground before you can start throwing palm strikes. You can TKO somebody, so their knockout could happen if they don't defend themselves. It's the palm strikes, they hurt. You know, they fucking hurt.
Well, Bass
One of the big
Rutten.
things that changes. Oh, sorry, Steve. What were you saying?
No, I said Bass Root, man. Fucking, you know.
Oh yeah, dude, that shit fucking hurts.
Yeah.
You knock dudes out with those things. You know, so really, what the difference is, like, you're gonna really have to be mindful about your position, you know, and posture the whole time. You can't let your opponent get a good posture on you because they can start really hurting you. And again, like position, like you wouldn't want to be falling to your back, you know, where you're losing gravity wise, right? A striker striking downwards is going to have more power in their strikes than somebody from guard going upwards, you know, just based on gravity and the way that you could turn your hips being on top. So position is going to be a big thing too. And the next thing is like being able to control somebody. So if you can control somebody, you could finish it off right there. You know, control is just as important as a submission. And it just goes to show you, like, the submission isn't all, jiu-jitsu isn't all about submissions. Like, a lot of it is control. And if you look at like IBJJF or any of these tournaments that are on points that aren't sub only, most matches are won by points, by control, and rather than submission. You know, there are some matches won by submission, but most of them are won by points. So it's just another part of the game.
Dude, there's going to be a bunch of there's not much MMA going on in New England, none at all, actually. This is the closest thing we have, man. This is an exciting event. We got John Duma, we got against Cupcakes. You know, we got some other super fights in there too, but I mean the names that are popping around in this tournament, man, it's a big to do coming up.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a great match, man. It's gonna be a great time. I think there's a lot of fun matches on that, so I'm excited for it.
And the cool thing about it is it's jiu-jitsu. Even though it's combat jiu-jitsu, it's not as much a build-up or, you know, that animosity toward each other that an MMA fight, I mean, comes. But you did talk about, I mean, someone can get, lights out in it. You know what I mean? But we're talking about very high-skilled MMA fighters kind of going. So there might be a lot of defense in here, and we're going to see a lot of technique and a lot of strange things happening in these matchups.
It's going to be interesting.
I got a question for you, Connor.
Yeah.
We got another Connor. I want to ask you a question out there. Connor Matthews asks, ask Connor what it feels like to be the second best Connor in Massachusetts.
I thought I was the first best Connor, but you know, it feels pretty good being second best, I guess.
Connor, we got to get him back on the show. I think I saw him on Instagram or Facebook or both, mentioning that he has a fight. He's signing something.
Connor's my homie, man. He's gonna do great out there.
Yeah, he's
a killer. He's got it mentally, man. You know, it's something you can see in people that, you know, like you just like, he's gonna do good.
Yeah,
Connor's great.
Good kid. Very well coached and a coach himself. So dude's really good kid. We'll have him on here and get the beans from him after a little while. But Connor, let's talk a little bit about. I mean, MMA is not going on, but as we see, Connor Matthews has a fight. You're under management of Top Game, correct?
Yeah.
So Tyson, I mean, is always working, always trying to get matchups. He's, the right matchups, man. Is there any talk? Is there anything going on? Is there any future MMA fights in the horizon for Connor? Any talk?
Yeah, man. Honestly, if we can get the right fight, we can get the right time. Like, I would love to. Right now, with just like the business and shit going on, like, I am very, very, very busy. Yeah. So I'm trying to. If it's the right fight, I'll take it. I'm trying to just kind of like work on myself financially at this time. Like throughout quarantine, I was really hoping I was fine. I was training fucking hard. I was in a fight camp, and it was just like the months would go by and I wouldn't hear anything, or like it just wouldn't. It just nothing worked out. Like I had that match for Bellator that got scrapped. So the kid pulled out a couple days before the fight. And it was just kind of frustrating, especially when you're spending so much of your time doing this, you know, and you kind of, I don't want to say it's like a burnout, but when all my work, I'm in the gym like 50, maybe 60 hours a week sometimes, you know, between the 3 gyms that I'm working at, and actually 4 too, like training at. So I'm in the gym all the time. I'm fucking training all the time. So like my skills are always improving, and I'm just waiting for the right time,
Yeah.
waiting for the right match. And by the time I get in there, man, like I don't know, maybe you'll see me be a ADCC champion before I get in there.
Excellent.
I don't know.
Yeah, well,
that's my goal. November, I stuck it in my head. I was like, November, I'm gonna win that 193-pound ADCC. It's gonna that's the biggest tournament in jiu-jitsu. It's gonna be. I mean, they bring you to Abu Dhabi right afterwards,
Yep.
and I want to say like the winner of that gets like $50K, somewhere around there. I could be wrong. Somebody else might know, but it's something like 40 or 50K, which is actually a lot more than a lot of UFC fighters make.
Oh yeah, definitely. And then and then you can throw sponsors on your rash guard and all that other stuff, so you can make
and then
big
after
money.
that, like now you can network a little better.
Yeah.
Now you're ABC champion. Now you have something behind you to come in that maybe the promoters will pay you more just to come in and fight. You know, just because now you have that resume and people know who you are. People talk about you. You're champion, or you know, even coming in first, second, third, or play. You know, something like that would be really nice. These are the best in the world. These guys are the best in the world. So if I can beat the best in the world, then I'm going to be very, very happy with it.
Well, it seems like you definitely have a goal of yours. I mean, you know, it's not MMA that's there, but I mean, this is something that you want to achieve, and something that's going to be huge when and if you achieve it for your career. Dude, is there any other dudes on the circuit here in New England that you see big things from? We'll first talk in jiu-jitsu, and then I'll ask you in MMA, even though things aren't going on, but you see young kids, you see what's going on out there. Who do you see in jiu-jitsu who's really going to make their mark in the future and, you know, follow you?
There's a lot of young up-and-comers coming up, man, that are fucking great. I think the kid who impressed me the most, Nick Fiore, he was fucking incredible. I only got to roll with him like one time, and you know it was after like a hard practice, and he really impressed me. I hadn't rolled with like an MMA fighter with that good of a ground game probably ever, to be honest. You know, so that kid's gonna be up and comer for sure. And MMA or jiu-jitsu, whatever he picks. I think he's only like 23 or 24 anyway. So that kid's gonna be good. And then just as far as the jiu-jitsu scene goes, you know, like just seeing my man Bob do good, like seeing Christos do good, seeing all these guys that I was helping out and training like a few years ago and doing big things. You know, it helps push me too, because I'm, you know, here I am like, oh man, I was teaching him 2 years ago, and now he's helping everybody.
Here's a coincidence.
Here's
a coincidence because Bob fought the same dude that you rolled with, right?
I did, yeah.
Which I mean, right there shows it, man. I mean, the caliber guys. I mean, these guys are growing. They're rolling with some of your past competitors you been against.
100%. So it, you know, it pushes us off, man. It's like we have a good community going. We have a good like small little network of jiu-jitsu guys that. We find ways to train together. We chat together. We talk together. We're all cool. We're friends, and we all push each other to get better. And you know, it's like everybody at Team Flow. I've been going there Sundays now, and we have an awesome Sunday class over there, which has been fucking great. I've been taking my drums out and playing.
Oh yeah,
with
nice.
We got a jam sessions in after.
Nice.
We get people with guitars and basses. You know.
No shit.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking awesome, man.
Cool, man.
It's like an open mat and then an open jam right after, dude. I've been having a fucking awesome time doing that.
Excellent. Anyone who's singing? Anyone singing? Anyone roaring?
We don't get a singer yet. One of my clients is a singer, I guess. Maybe we'll get him in there one of these days, but
Dude,
yeah.
that'd be fabulous. You guys can open up an event, like a jiu-jitsu event. All of you guys just and
Yeah,
just.
do them both together, man. Some live music.
Hey, dude! Before I let you give shout outs and all that other stuff, you have you have a female fighter or a female girl rolling too in this. Is this the first in the Enigma tournament? I thought I saw a matchup with a female from Team Flow.
Oh yeah, Michelle. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So,
she's fighting Christina something
from South Shore, Sports Fight.
From South Shore.
Man,
yeah,
that's
Michelle's tough.
yeah.
She's real tough. So I think she's gonna do great. I don't think she'll have any issues with it.
Yeah, I remember her when I first came to Team Flow
Yeah,
to interview.
Yeah, that's right.
A long time ago, man. Yeah. So she's been sticking with it, man. She's ready to
sticking with it, man. Yeah, she's a tough chick.
Excellent, man. So, kudos to Christos for getting a girls match up there,
yeah.
man.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, hey, dude, man, this is there's nothing for us to watch. This is something incredible for us to check out, man. As far as this tournament coming, I know New England, Northeast. Yeah, they're doing a lot of stuff on the jiu-jitsu scene, and getting content out there for people, and it's blowing up. I mean, jiu-jitsu is huge in New England right now, and a lot has to do with you, Christos, and all them guys rolling around and keeping us with content.
100%, man.
And all right, my guy, throw all your shout outs, all that stuff out there, man. I'm so happy you didn't go out once. Like, I didn't lose you once here, man.
No, it was perfect, man. It was perfect.
Well, you know what it is? I think the phone. You got the phone.
Yeah.
I think it's the phone that you got to use. The phone works the best, I think.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
All right.
So big shout outs. Defensive edge, number one. They've been fucking awesome for me. Love it over there. Definitely come on down if you're in the area. You want to check it out. Defensive Edge is a place to be. Team Flow, that's another shout out. Again, that's my home. That's where my lineage is from. That's where I come from. That's where I've tried everything, and I've done all my tricks, and I've learned everything from there. So big shout out to both of them. Skill of Strength, been helping me out enormously. My body's feeling great. I'm feeling strong. My wrestling's been great. We had like a little pull-up competition in the gym today, and I did a weighted pull-up with 115 pounds on the thing. So I would have never been able to do that had it not been for all my training with Mike. So big shout out to him as well. Shout out to SLS Fitness for offering me a place to work, teaching just some boxing bag classes and stuff like that. Shout out to my family, friends, teammates, fiance, everybody that I'm missing. I'll put them in that little category just so nobody gets mad at me that I didn't shout them out. And that's it, Steve.
Excellent, my man. So pull up. How much you weigh? How much you weighing right now?
I'm about 190 right now.
So you're pulling up 190 in body weight, and what else? 100 and what? 25? What do you got on?
I pulled up 115 today.
What do you got on? A weighted vest, or is it
I just put a belt on and started throwing kettlebells and plates on.
Jesus. Fucking A, man. Yeah, you're a freaking freak of nature anyway, dude.
Only getting stronger, Steve. I'm gonna be fucking ripping people apart.
I know you are, dude. Let me ask a last question before I let you go. Is all this strength is lightweight still your weight for now? Is that where we're still going to be fighting in the future, or are we going to be going out to welterweight because you're massive?
Honestly, just about 100% going to welterweight, unless I don't know. I don't know. Probably 100% going welterweight.
Unless it's something incredible you can't pass up, and
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
This is a great opportunity. I can still make it, you know. Like I could still make 155. I've just been eating fucking a lot. You know, I'm not eating like unhealthy, but I've been eating a lot, and it feels good. And my training's been great because of it. Like I'm not sucked out. I have a lot of energy all the time. You know,
excellent.
I feel good. So if I don't have anything coming up, fuck it, man. And 80 cc's the weight class is 193, so all I have to do is stay around this weight, and I'll be at the top of the weight class over there, and I'll be able to make some damage in that.
You
that
still
competition
you
stuff.
still look lean and fucking
Yeah.
like ripped at 190 something, man, dude.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
I mean, you
know,
got that.
I'm not chubby.
You
so.
got a wide wingspan, so man, you know, muscle kind of flows through your body, so
Yeah.
it's a good thing, man. Oh, last question. When I talked to Anthony and he said he couldn't stay, you guys couldn't stay long at when you went to the fights because you had to
Yep.
come back and get a tattoo or something like that.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, did you get the tattoo and where'd you get it and what is it?
Well, I actually didn't. I had to. My tattoo artist got sick, and we had to postpone it. But I will be getting my arm done.
All right,
You know,
my man.
I'm almost covered right now. I just got a little more space to go. It's gonna suck. All the last couple spaces I have are like gonna be miserable. So, you know, fuck it.
Excellent. You saved the best for the last, I guess, man.
Best for last.
Awesome, my man. Well, Connor, man, pleasure as always catching up with you. I'll see you on the 13th, Saturday on the
Absolutely,
13th.
brother.
We'll be there. New England MMA will be there, and you know, hopefully, you know, I can get some interviews after and talk about these great matchups and great roles we got to look forward to.
Yeah, 100%, brother.
All right, my man. You have a great night, bro, and thanks for coming in.
You too, Steve.
Later, bro.